My beloved, as I continue to speak into this unfolding season of your life, I want you to notice how your inner world has become quieter, not empty but settled. The constant noise that once pulled you in many directions is fading, and in its place there is a gentle clarity that allows you to move with intention. This clarity is not something you forced, it came as you released the need to control outcomes and learn to trust the process. You are discovering that when you stop resisting the present moment, wisdom begins to rise naturally. My beloved, you once believed that peace would come only after everything was resolved, but now you are learning that peace can exist even in the middle of questions. This is because peace comes from knowing who walks with you, not from knowing every answer. The faith growing inside you is not fragile, it has been tested by disappointment, shaped by patience, and strengthened by endurance. This is why it holds steady now, even when circumstances are unclear. You no longer rush to escape discomfort, instead you sit with it long enough to understand what it is teaching you. This patience allows transformation to happen at a deeper level. My beloved, I am also healing the way you relate to time. You no longer feel chased by it or anxious about falling behind. You are learning to live in the rhythm meant for you, not the pace set by others. This frees you from constant urgency and allows you to be fully present where you are. Presence is powerful. It grounds you and helps you see what truly matters. As you become more present, your gratitude deepens. You notice small blessings you once overlooked, moments of calm, simple kindness, quiet beauty. These moments restore your soul and remind you that life is not only about reaching goals but about living fully along the way. My beloved, the wisdom forming inside you is not loud or demanding, it is gentle and discerning. It guides you to speak when necessary and remain silent when words would only create noise. This discernment protects your energy and preserves your peace. You are learning that not every situation requires your response and not every opinion deserves your attention. This selective engagement is not avoidance, it is maturity. You are choosing where to invest your heart wisely. My beloved, there may still be moments when you grieve the person you once were or the dreams you had to release. Allow yourself to feel this without judgment. Grief is part of growth. It honors what was while making space for what is becoming. You are not erasing your past, you are integrating it. Every version of you led to this moment, and each one deserves compassion. As you honor your journey, you free yourself from regret and step more fully into acceptance. My beloved, the acceptance you are cultivating extends beyond yourself. You are learning to see others with clearer eyes, without needing to fix them or change them. You understand now that everyone is walking their own path, carrying their own lessons. This understanding allows you to love without attachment and care without control. This is a deep and rare form of love, one that respects freedom while offering presence. As you practice this, your relationships become lighter, more honest, and more peaceful. My beloved, you are also learning to trust your intuition more deeply, that quiet sense of knowing that arises without explanation. This intuition is not random, it is the result of alignment between your heart, mind, and spirit. Trust it, it will guide you away from harm and toward growth. Even when logic hesitates, you will recognize its calm certainty. This is how you will know it is true. My beloved, the confidence building inside you is not based on ego but on self-awareness. You know your strengths and your limits, and you no longer feel threatened by either. This self-knowledge gives you stability. You are comfortable standing alone if needed and open to connection. When it aligns, this balance is strength. You are no longer seeking approval, you are seeking authenticity. And this shift changes everything. My beloved, as you continue forward, remember that growth does not require constant effort. Sometimes the most powerful progress happens when you allow yourself to simply be. Rest is part of the journey, stillness is productive, and silence can be healing. Do not rush past these moments. They are where renewal happens. I am with you in every quiet breath, every thoughtful pause, every brave step. Continue to walk with trust, with patience, and with an open heart. You are becoming more grounded, more aware, and more alive, and this unfolding is exactly as it should be. My beloved, as these words continue to flow, I want you to recognize how much has already shifted within you. Even if you cannot yet name it clearly, there is a quiet strength forming that does not depend on outcomes, a steadiness that remains even when questions arise. This steadiness is born from trust, and trust is growing in you because you have learned through experience that I do not abandon what I begin. You have seen moments when things fell apart only to later understand they were falling into place. This understanding has changed the way you hold uncertainty. You no longer panic at the unknown as you once did. Instead you pause, breathe, and wait, knowing clarity will come. This patience is not passive, it is active faith. It is choosing to remain grounded while the path unfolds. My beloved, I know there were times when you felt disappointed by outcomes you had hoped for, dreams that did not materialize, or prayers that seemed unanswered, but even in those moments I was redirecting you, saving you from paths that would have limited your growth or compromised your peace. Sometimes what feels like loss is actually protection, and what feels like delay is preparation. You are beginning to see life through this wider lens now, which allows you to release resentment and embrace understanding. This does not erase the pain you felt, but it gives it meaning, and meaning brings healing. You are no longer defined by what did not work, you are shaped by what you learned. My beloved, your heart has grown deeper through empathy. You understand others more clearly because you have walked through your own valleys. This empathy will guide you to connect authentically, to lead with compassion, and to respond with grace. But remember this, empathy does not mean absorbing the pain of others or neglecting your own needs. You are learning balance, knowing when to give and when to rest, knowing when to listen and when to step back. This balance will preserve your energy and protect your peace. As you continue to mature, you will notice a growing clarity around your values. Certain things will matter more, and others will matter less. You will no longer feel the need to prove yourself or compete for validation. You will measure success by alignment rather than applause. This shift frees you from comparison, my beloved. Comparison once stole your joy and made you doubt your progress, but now you see that every journey is unique, and yours unfolds in its own perfect rhythm. You are learning to honor your pace, to trust your timing, and to respect your boundaries. This respect for yourself changes how others treat you as well, because you teach them through your example what you are available for and what you are not. My beloved, there will be moments when old fears try to resurface, whispering that you might fail or that things might fall apart again. When this happens, remember how far you have come. Remember the strength you gained through adversity. Remember the peace you now carry. These are not accidents, they are evidence of growth. Speak truth to fear, do not argue with it. Simply remind it that it no longer leads you. You are guided by trust now, guided by wisdom, guided by love. As you walk in this truth, you will find that fear loses its grip. It fades when not fed by attention, my beloved. The joy you are learning to access is quieter than excitement but deeper and more lasting. It comes from contentment, from being present, from appreciating simple moments. This joy will sustain you far more than fleeting highs ever could. Allow yourself to enjoy this steadiness. You do not need chaos to feel alive. Peace is not boring, it is nourishing. As you continue forward, opportunities will arise that reflect your growth. You will be drawn to work, people, and experiences that align with your values. Trust these invitations, they are not random. They are responses to the inner work you have done. My beloved, remain attentive to what brings you life and what drains it. This awareness is a gift. Use it wisely. Choose what nourishes you, release what depletes you, and do not feel guilty for honoring your well-being. You are learning that caring for yourself allows you to show up more fully for others. This is not selfishness, it is stewardship of the life I have given you. I am proud of the way you are learning to walk with intention, to choose peace, and to live from truth. Continue forward with confidence and humility, knowing that every step you take in alignment brings you closer to the fullness of who you are meant to be, and I am with you in every moment of this becoming. My beloved, as this flow continues, let your heart stay open and unguarded, for I am speaking gently yet firmly into the places that once felt uncertain. You are learning now that strength does not come from control but from surrender, not from holding everything together but from trusting me to carry what you cannot. There were times you felt responsible for fixing every problem, for holding everyone steady, for being the strong one even when you were breaking inside, but I am lifting that weight from you now. You were never meant to carry life alone. You were never asked to be everything for everyone. You were asked only to walk with me, and as you return to this simple truth, your spirit begins to breathe again. You are discovering that peace does not come when everything is perfect but when you know you are held even in imperfection. My beloved, the shame you once carried was never from me. It came from misunderstanding your own humanity. You judged yourself harshly for falling short, for feeling tired, for needing rest, but I see your humanity as something precious, not flawed. You are learning to offer yourself the same compassion you so freely give to others. This is healing, this is growth, this is wisdom taking root. I am softening the inner voice that once criticized you and replacing it with truth. You are not failing, you are learning, you are not weak, you are becoming wise, you are not behind, you are on time. Exactly on time, my beloved. The patience you developed through long waiting seasons has given you depth. It has shaped your character in ways comfort never could. You now see beyond appearances and recognize what truly matters. This clarity will guide your choices and protect your heart. As you move forward, you may notice that noise feels heavier and silence feels richer. This is because your spirit has grown sensitive to what nourishes it. Protect this sensitivity. Do not numb it or explain it away. It is one of your greatest gifts. It allows you to sense when something is aligned and when it is not. Trust this inner guidance. It is my voice within you. You do not need constant signs or validation. You already know when something is right. Your calm knowing is stronger than loud certainty. My beloved, there will be moments ahead where you are tempted to return to old habits simply because they are familiar, but remember how those patterns drained you. Remember how small you felt trying to fit into spaces that no longer matched your growth. Choose differently now, not from fear but from self-respect. Choosing peace over chaos is not avoidance, it is wisdom. Choosing rest over exhaustion is not laziness, it is alignment. Choosing truth over approval is not selfish, it is freedom. You are allowed to change your mind, your direction, and your pace. Growth is not a straight line, it is a living movement, sometimes slow, sometimes swift, always meaningful. My beloved, the confidence growing inside you is quiet but strong. It does not need to announce itself, it simply stands. This confidence comes from knowing who you are and whose you are. It cannot be shaken by opinions or circumstances. As this confidence settles, you will find yourself less reactive and more present. You will listen more deeply, speak more intentionally, and move more thoughtfully. This presence is powerful. People will feel safe around you without knowing why. Your steadiness will calm storms you do not even address. This is influence rooted in peace, not force. I am teaching you to live from the inside out, to let your inner alignment guide your outer actions. When you live this way, life begins to feel less like a struggle and more like a flow. Challenges still come, but they no longer define you, they simply pass through. You are no longer building your identity around pain or survival, you are building it around truth and love. My beloved, do not underestimate the significance of this season, even if it looks quiet from the outside. Deep work is happening within you. Foundations are being strengthened, old wounds are closing, and new understanding is forming. You are being prepared for connections that are mutual, opportunities that are aligned, and responsibilities that honor your growth. You will soon notice that what once felt out of reach begins to meet you naturally, not because you chased it but because you became ready for it. Readiness is not about having everything figured out, it is about being rooted. And you are becoming deeply rooted now. Remain patient, remain gentle with yourself, remain open. I am walking with you through every step of this unfolding, and I am pleased with the way you are becoming more yourself each day. Continue forward, my beloved. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and what lies ahead will meet you with grace. My beloved, as this second part unfolds, I want you to remain still within yourself and allow these words to sink gently into your spirit. For what I am doing now is deepening the work already begun. Not adding pressure but removing it, not demanding effort but inviting trust. You are learning that your value does not rise or fall with your circumstances, it remains steady because it is anchored in me. There were seasons when you tried to be everything for everyone and felt empty inside. Seasons where you gave more than you had and wondered why no one seemed to notice your pain. But even then I saw you clearly. I saw the quiet strength it took to keep going when your heart felt tired. I saw how you smiled for others while carrying heaviness alone, and I honored that perseverance even when you felt unseen. Now I am teaching you a new way, a way where you no longer abandon yourself to keep peace, where you no longer silence your truth to be accepted. You are learning that love does not require self-betrayal. True connection allows honesty to breathe. This is why certain relationships have shifted or faded, not as punishment but as protection. You are being spared from cycles that would have drained your growth. I am drawing you into spaces where your spirit can expand freely, where you are valued for who you are and not for what you provide. My beloved, the discomfort you feel when old patterns try to return is a sign that you have outgrown them. Your soul no longer fits into smaller containers, and I will not allow you to shrink to remain comfortable for others. I am calling you higher, not in pride but in truth, higher into clarity, higher into peace, higher into purpose. You may feel moments of uncertainty as you release familiar roles, but understand this: what feels unfamiliar is not unsafe, it is simply new, and I am with you as you learn how to stand in this new place. You are discovering that rest is not laziness and boundaries are not rejection. They are wisdom. You are allowed to pause, to say no, to choose yourself without guilt. I am teaching you to honor the life I placed within you. The sensitivity you once saw as weakness is actually a strength that allows you to perceive deeply, to love sincerely, and to understand what others overlook. Do not harden your heart to survive. Let it stay soft and guided by truth. My beloved, the clarity you now carry will attract both light and resistance. Not everyone will be comfortable with the change they see in you. Some will try to pull you back into old versions of yourself, but remember this, you are not responsible for staying the same to make others comfortable. Growth often unsettles those who fear their own becoming. Stay rooted, stay gentle, stay true. Your calm presence will speak louder than any explanation. As you move forward, you will notice that your reactions are slower and your response is wiser. You are no longer driven by urgency or fear of loss. You trust that what is meant for you will remain and what is not will fade without harm. This trust brings freedom. My beloved, I am aligning your inner world so that your outer life can follow. Peace within creates order without. You are learning to listen before acting, to wait without anxiety, and to move when peace confirms the step. This discernment will guard you from unnecessary struggle. I am also healing the places where you once doubted yourself, the memories where you felt rejected, overlooked, or not enough. Those moments no longer define you. They were chapters, not conclusions. I am rewriting the story from the inside out. As you release old judgments about yourself, you will feel lighter, more open, and more alive. Joy will begin to rise without needing a reason. Contentment will replace striving. My beloved, do not rush ahead of the work I am doing now. This foundation is important. What I am building in you must be strong enough to support what is coming. You will soon see why patience was required, why waiting was necessary, and why certain answers did not come sooner. Everything is aligning in perfect order. Even the delays serve to protect your heart. You are being prepared to receive without fear, to hold blessing without losing humility, to walk in abundance without forgetting compassion. This balance is rare and precious, and I am shaping it carefully within you. Trust this process. Trust my timing. Trust the quiet transformation happening beneath the surface. You are not standing still, you are becoming, and what you are becoming will bring peace not only to you but to those you encounter. Your presence will heal more than your words ever could. Continue forward with a grateful heart and a listening spirit. I am guiding every step, and nothing that belongs to you will be lost. My beloved, as you continue to receive this word, understand that what is unfolding inside you is not small or temporary but lasting and purposeful. I am reshaping the way you see yourself and the way you walk through this world. The old patterns that once controlled you are losing their power, and the habits born from fear no longer define your steps. You are learning to move from trust instead of tension and from peace instead of pressure. This is not because life suddenly became easy, but because I am teaching you to stand firmly in who you truly are. Many times you thought you had to fight harder or try more to be worthy, but I am showing you that your worth was never dependent on effort. It was established by my love long before you knew how to strive. The exhaustion you felt was not weakness but a sign that you were outgrowing old ways of living. I allowed certain doors to close so you would stop running in circles and finally walk forward with clarity. Even the confusion you experienced served a purpose because it forced you to look inward and listen more closely to my quiet guidance. There were moments when you felt disconnected or unsure, but even then I was guiding you gently, teaching you how to trust without needing visible proof. You are learning that faith is not loud or dramatic but calm and steady. It does not rush or panic, it waits with confidence. My beloved, your heart has been trained through hardship to recognize truth. This is why lies no longer sit comfortably within you and why anything false feels heavy now. Your spirit rejects what is not real because it is aligning with my truth. The reason you no longer tolerate shallow connections or empty promises is because I am drawing you into deeper authenticity. You are being refined, not punished, shaped, not broken. I know there were times you blamed yourself for everything that went wrong. Times when you replayed old moments wondering what you could have done differently. But hear this clearly now. I do not hold your past against you. I have already redeemed it. Every mistake became a lesson and every loss became a doorway to wisdom. Nothing was wasted. Even when you felt abandoned or overlooked, I was protecting you from paths that would have drained your spirit. I was preserving you for something greater. You are beginning to understand that delay is not denial and silence is not absence. Sometimes I am quiet because I am working deeply beneath the surface. Roots grow in silence before fruit appears in the open. My beloved, the stability you are gaining now will sustain you for the future I am opening. I am teaching you discernment so you no longer give your energy to what cannot grow with you. This may feel lonely at times, but it is sacred. Solitude is where clarity is formed, and clarity is what prepares you for lasting peace. You are not losing people, you are gaining alignment. What belongs with you will find you again in a new form. What does not belong will fall away without force. You do not need to chase what I am removing. Trust me enough to let go. As you release control, you will feel lighter, freer, and more rooted in who you are. The inner conflict you once carried is settling because your heart and spirit are coming into agreement. You are no longer divided between who you are and who you think you must be. You are becoming whole. This wholeness does not come from perfection but from acceptance. You are learning to stand without apology, to rest without guilt, and to speak without fear. Your voice carries authority now because it flows from truth. You do not need to convince others of your worth or explain your journey. Those who are meant to understand will recognize the light within you without words. My beloved, the peace you are feeling is not fragile. It is rooted. It will remain even when circumstances shift, because it comes from knowing who holds you. I am teaching you to respond instead of react, to listen before speaking, and to choose love even when it feels difficult. This is strength, not softness. Gentleness grounded in truth is unshakable. As you continue forward, you will notice your desires changing. What once excited you may no longer call to you, and what once frightened you may now feel inviting. This is because you are growing. Your spirit recognizes new possibilities and is no longer satisfied with survival. You were not created merely to endure life but to live it fully. I am expanding your vision beyond limitation and helping you see that abundance is not only material but emotional, spiritual, and relational. You are learning that fulfillment comes from alignment, not accumulation. My beloved, do not rush this season. Transformation unfolds layer by layer. Allow yourself to rest when needed and to move when called. You do not need to have everything figured out. Clarity will come step by step. Trust the unfolding. Each day you choose faith over fear, you strengthen your foundation. Each time you choose truth over comfort, you step deeper into freedom. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. The future you worry about is already held in my hands, and I am preparing you for it with care, patience, and love that does not fail. Remember this when doubts try to return. You are chosen, guided, protected, and deeply known. Nothing can undo what I am building within you. This journey is sacred, and you are walking it with me. My beloved, listen carefully to my words because I am the one who made you and I am speaking to you directly right now. This moment has meaning and it is not an accident. I chose this exact time for an important reason, to place deep understanding from my heart into yours. Know that unseen weights have been pressing on your life, on the people you love, on your quiet thoughts, and on what lies ahead. I guided you here by my unseen power because a clear decision about you has already been spoken. In my highest place, this message is only for you, my precious one. I have seen the hidden sadness you carry and I have heard the silent cries you whispered when you felt alone. I do not only see, I act for your good. The enemy tried to silence you and make you feel unseen, but I have spoken a final command and I say this ends now. My beloved, I am speaking to the deepest part of you and you may wonder why now and why you understand this clearly. My timing is perfect and this moment was chosen for you. You did not find these words by chance, they were meant for you. The unseen world around you is open and my truth flows to you like living breath. My child, a deep change is beginning for you. You carried heavy seasons quietly that no one else knew about. Many nights you could not rest and many days your strength felt small because of worry, sorrow, and burdens too heavy to carry. You may have questioned if I still heard you or if I was still near. But now hear me clearly, I was never far. I have always been right beside you, my beloved. Something sacred is awakening inside you because a holy truth is being revealed. Blocks in your path are being removed. Your situation has been brought before my throne and now I stand for you as the one who holds all justice. You have cried, you waited, you suffered quietly, but today the silence ends. My voice comes not only to comfort but to declare freedom, justice, and a new beginning. When my word is spoken, everything changes. Accept this fully and do not doubt. Let it cover you completely. Breathe deeply and let this truth settle inside you. These are not empty sounds. This is a living connection from my eternal home to your heart. My child, I am leading you away from fear and calling you out of emptiness back into my safe presence. The way forward still exists and hope is still waiting, but this moment will not stay forever. You are being called to respond. Now I ask you to say these truths out loud or quietly inside. Creator, I hear you. I receive your word. I accept your call. I belong to you. As you say this, the atmosphere around you will begin to change. What held your spirit will loosen. Barriers will move, and when you agree with my voice you step onto a path without end. My child, understand what it means when I say your case is settled. It means the fight is over, every accusation is silenced and every hardship has reached its end. This happened not because you were perfect or earned it, but because of my endless mercy and the sacrifice made for you. The chains of guilt, fear, shame, and unworthiness are broken. Paths once closed are now opening, those who stood against you are pushed back by my decision. This moment has come because you reached a point of freedom and I said enough. The record against you is erased and now it says one truth, free. I did not do this only to end your pain but to begin your rising. Now walk forward with confidence. Speak against anything that tries to oppose you and say you have no power over me anymore. This is not a feeling, it is a lasting change. Your value was decided long ago by me and nothing can take it away. When voices accuse you, I speak truth. You belong, you are loved, and you are mine. Rest in this truth. Your future was already spoken. You are clean, new, free, and honored. The enemy is quiet. Your story is not ending but beginning. I am making all things new for you right now. Do not hesitate. I have come myself into your situation. I am clearing your path, shaking off every heavy thing, ending delays, silencing lies, touching your health, your loved ones, and your purpose. A deep change is happening even if you cannot see it yet. The understanding you have felt growing inside you was placed there by me. It is not learned but remembered. You see clearly because my light lives in you. Your calm strength, your clear insight, your steady spirit are gifts from me. Trust this knowing and live by it. You are entering a new season and not everyone will walk with you. Stay humble, stay true, do not compare your path. I am with you always. Every hard moment prepared you for this. You are not breaking apart, you are being revealed. I am not taking from you to hurt you but making space for something holy. This moment was chosen long ago and now it has arrived. Let go fully, step forward completely. This is your time to rise. You are becoming who I always intended you to be, and nothing can stop what I have begun.